Your mind won't stop. It's like a loop, endless, loud, and invisible to everyone but you. Today you'll learn 8 ancient Stoic habits to calm your mind and stop overthinking. These aren't empty affirmations. They're tools, forged by philosophers who faced war, exile, loss, and still found peace. Anxiety that creeps in before the day even starts. Racing thoughts that spin at night. Tension in your chest that never fully goes away. Worrying about things you can't control. Overthinking conversations, decisions, your entire future. You've carried this weight long enough. Here's the truth. Everyone struggles with stress. Everyone fears what they can't predict. But most try to run from it, numb it, ignore it, scroll past it. Stoicism teaches us to face it, to look fear in the eye and say, "You don't own me anymore." I still remember the first time I read Marcus Aurelius. I was lost in my own thoughts, overwhelmed, chasing control. Then I read this line, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." It stopped me cold. I realized the storm was never outside. It was inside, and I could calm it. That's what this video will help you do. Comment below. I choose calm every day. 1. Imagine the worst to free yourself. Have you ever noticed how fear multiplies when it stays vague? You feel something's wrong, but can't name it. You're anxious about a meeting, a message, a decision, but you avoid thinking it through. And so the fear grows, quietly, invisibly. This is where the Stoics began, by facing what we fear on purpose. Seneca called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. He wrote, "He robs present ills of their power, who has perceived their coming beforehand." It sounds harsh, but it's not about negativity, it's about clarity. It's about taking your fear and putting it under a light. What if you lose the job? What if the relationship ends? What if the plan falls apart? Don't spiral. Walk through it. Name the worst-case scenario. Trace it, feel it, examine it. Calmly. It's like checking the shadows under your bed. Once you look directly, the monster shrinks. In practice, this means before a difficult day, before an important decision, or even just when anxiety hits. Pause. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And if it did, could I survive it? Could I adapt? Often you'll realize, yes. And that's where peace begins. If you want to apply this today, start by imagining your fear on purpose. Write it out. Trace the path. Feel your own strength returning. When fear has a name, it loses its grip. 2. Stop giving power to what you can't control. Have you ever been consumed by something completely outside your hands? A comment someone made, an outcome you were hoping for, a past mistake replaying in your head like it still needs fixing. You try to force the outcome, control the narrative, undo what's already done, and it breaks you. Epictetus, the Stoic teacher, gave us a simple lens. Some things are up to us and some are not. That's it. Everything in your life belongs to one of 2 buckets. What's within your control? Your thoughts, your actions, your character. And what's beyond your control? Other people, the past, the outcome of your efforts. The mistake is this. We spend most of our energy on the second bucket, worrying, obsessing, reacting, and we neglect the first, the only one we truly own. It's like rowing a boat while screaming at the waves. You can't stop the storm, but you can steer. In plain terms, stop wasting your peace on things that aren't yours to carry. When you feel the tension rising, ask, is this in my control? If the answer is no, then it's not your responsibility to fix. You're responsible for your response. That's it. If you want to apply this today, create a quiet moment and name one thing you're obsessing over that you cannot control. Then let it go, even for a few minutes. That release is power. That's the Stoic path. 3. Protect your mind like a sacred space. Have you ever felt anxious, for no clear reason? You're going about your day and then suddenly tension, tight chest, racing thoughts, like something's wrong but you can't name it. Often it's not your fear, it's imported, leaked into your mind from the outside. News designed to scare you, posts meant to provoke you, conversations soaked in drama or complaint. Seneca warned us, Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those whom you are capable of improving. In other words, your environment is shaping your emotional life, even when you don't notice. The mind is like a garden. Leave the gate open and weeds will overrun it. Tend it carefully and peace begins to grow. In practice, this means limit the noise. Scroll with intention, not addiction. Filter your inputs. Follow voices that lift, not drain. Choose relationships that nourish, not agitate. You don't need to consume everything. You don't owe your attention to every update, every opinion, every storm. If you want to apply this today, start small. Cut your news intake to 5 minutes. Mute one toxic account. Say no to one pointless, draining conversation. Every time you protect your mind, you protect your peace. 4. Reflect every night to reclaim clarity. Do you ever feel like your days blur together? You're doing so much, yet remembering so little, always reacting, rarely reflecting, and somehow you go to bed feeling like you missed something. That something is yourself. The Stoics made nightly reflection a ritual. Seneca wrote, "When the light has been removed, I examine my entire day." He wasn't judging himself. He was witnessing, asking, did I act with courage? Did I stay true to my values? Did I let anything external disturb my peace? This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness, because a day observed is a day learned, and a life reflected on is a life aligned. It's like looking in a mirror after walking through a storm. You see what stuck, you see what changed, and you return to center. In plain terms, take 5 minutes each night, sit in stillness. Ask, where was I proud of myself today? Where did I drift from who I want to be? No drama, no shame, just presence. If you want to apply this tonight, put your phone down before bed. Close your eyes and ask yourself one honest question. Did I protect my peace today or give it away? The answers you find in silence can change everything. 5. Love what you didn't choose. Have you ever asked, why is this happening to me? When something breaks, when someone leaves, when life doesn't go the way you planned. The pain is real, but so is this. Trying to fight reality only deepens the wound. The Stoics gave us a radical invitation, not just to accept fate, but to love it. Amor Fati, love of fate. Marcus Aurelius hinted at it when he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." It's not about liking the pain, it's about trusting its purpose. It's about turning every wound into a window. The breakup that cracked your heart, maybe it opened space for healing. The failure that bruised your ego, maybe it redirected your life. The delay, the rejection, the loss, maybe it was the beginning of strength. Imagine a river. You don't fight the current. You flow with it even when it pulls you somewhere new. In plain terms, when life shifts, shift with it. When hardship comes, meet it with the words, Amor Fati. Ask, how can this shape me? If you want to apply this today, take one setback you're holding onto and write down how it might be shaping you for the better. Not because it was good, but because you can become good through it. 6. Return to the present moment. Have you ever noticed how most of your fear lives in the past way or the future? What you regret, what you fear might happen, what you wish had gone differently. Meanwhile, the present slips through your fingers, and that's where peace actually lives. Marcus Aurelius said, "Confine yourself to the present." He wasn't suggesting denial, he was offering freedom. Because when you truly land in the now, your mind quiets, your breath deepens, and the storm begins to settle. It's like holding a snow globe. Shake it and the flakes swirl chaotically. Set it down, and the chaos settles into stillness. In plain terms, worry can't live in the present, only in imagined futures or relived pasts. If you want to apply this today, pause right now. Feel your breath. Notice your body. Look around and find one thing you're grateful for in this exact moment. These simple acts, breath, noticing, returning, are not small. They're powerful acts of reclaiming your life. because the only moment you can ever live is this one. 7. Train yourself through discomfort. Have you ever noticed how much we avoid being uncomfortable? We crave warmth, softness, ease. We fear hunger, cold, rejection, failure. But here's the truth. The more you avoid discomfort, the more power it has over you. Seneca practiced discomfort on purpose. He would sleep on the ground, eat simple food, wear rough clothing. Why? To remind himself that he could endure it. That fear was worse than reality. He wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, and ask yourself, is this the condition I feared?" It's not about punishing yourself. It's about preparing yourself, so life's inevitable hardships don't catch you off guard. Imagine building calluses, not on your hands, but on your spirit. In plain terms, you don't grow through comfort, you grow through challenge, chosen and unchosen. If you want to apply this today, start with something small. Take a cold shower, skip a meal, wake up before the sun, say no to something easy. These practices aren't about suffering, they're about strengthening, about proving to yourself that you can face life and not flinch. 8. Anchor your life in virtue, not outcomes. Have you ever poured your heart into something and still felt empty? You got the promotion, you got the praise, you got the thing you thought would bring peace, and yet peace didn't come. That's because results are unstable. They shift, they disappoint, they disappear. But virtue, who you are when everything else is stripped away, that stays. Epictetus said, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well." It's not about passive acceptance. It's about choosing character over control, living by courage, by honesty, by self-restraint, not by outcomes, applause, or approval. Imagine building a house not on sand but on stone. The weather may change, but your foundation holds. In plain terms, stop measuring your worth by what happens to you or what you can produce. Start asking, am I acting with integrity? Am I becoming someone I respect? If you want to apply this today, choose one area where you've been obsessed with results and shift your focus. From did it work? To was I honest? From did they like it? To did I act with courage? Peace lives where values lead, not outcomes. Let the storm pass without losing yourself. Worry is a thief. It steals your sleep. It clouds your joy. It makes small problems feel like permanent doom, but it doesn't have to. You've just learned 8 Stoic habits that can quiet the chaos. Not by changing the world around you, but by changing the way you meet it. Premeditation clears fear. Control brings clarity. Boundaries protect your mind. Reflection restores you. Acceptance frees you. Presence grounds you. Discomfort trains you. And virtue anchors you. These aren't tricks. They're truths, waiting to be practiced. You don't need a perfect life to feel peace. You need tools, you need courage, and you need to begin. Start with 2 of these habits today, just 2, and watch how your inner landscape begins to shift, because you don't control the storm, but you can control your ship. Share this with someone who's silently overwhelmed, and comment below, which of these strategies hit you the most? Choose calm, choose strength, choose stoicism.